Today we are beginning with the second section of the poem, The Wasteland. It is in continuation of the earlier section and I am trying to keep it simple and easy for you to grasp. I am taking up half of the section so as you easily understand it, because in this you have too many things to register and remember. So let's begin. The Wasteland by T.S. Eliot. The game of chess. A game of chess. A game of chess is based upon Thomas Middleton's play A Game of Chess, and this is a political allegory directed against Spain. The characters are chessmen, and the white pieces being English and black pieces being Spaniards. Eliot was heavily influenced by Renaissance drama and also drew upon Middleton's Women Beware Women, and it relates to the title. In this scene, Bianca is seduced by the Duke, while in the background, Livia, Duke's accomplice, plays a game of chess with Bianca's mother-in-law in order to keep her diverted. Every move in the game suggests a step towards the forcible seduction. It suggests that the relationship of men and women are akin to a game of chess, with its adversaries to outmaneuver each other. Eliot juxtaposes high life with low life in this section, which contrasts the fate of several women, from the anonymous women in the burnished throne of a chair to Shakespeare's Ophelia, from mythological Philomel to the London pub woman Lil, short for Lillian. The violation of sexual discipline brings moral decay and frustration. The second implication of this title is the situation where the game enters a blind alley, thereby meaning the life of married couples become dull and frustrating. Another meaning is if desires become free and go out of control, it leads to perversion. Let's come to the opening lines. The opening lines refer to a scene in Shakespeare's play Antony and Cleopatra, Act 2, Scene 2, where Cleopatra first meets Antony as told by Enobarbus, where he describes Cleopatra's ceremonial barge and her first meeting with Antony. The barge she sat in, like a burnished throne, burned on the water. Eliot borrows heavily from the exotic, seductive scene. The woman in the chair is both beautiful and dangerous, the surrounding rich and ornate. The lady is sitting on the royal chair. The floor reflects the chair. There is a design of fruits and grapes on the looking glass, and the glass is supported by pillars. An image of Cupid can be seen hanging from the pillars. There is another image of Cupid peeping out from the wings of Cupid. The description is here of a fashionable ladies' drawing room in a modern metropolis. The Cupidon, which is a French word, Cupid, is a figure of love from Greek mythology associated with love and desire. The flames of 7 candles burn in a chandelier and the jewels glitter in the satin boxes. A strange perfume engulfs the senses as the bottle of ivory and colored glass are opened. Various creams, powders, and liquid are set for the lady to use. As the fresh air enters through windows, it puts out the flame of the candle and the smoke rises up, disturbing the pattern on the ceiling. There are images and decorations dealing with the stories and myths related to past, and there is a hushed silence in the room. The reference in the line 92 is taken from Virgil's Aeneid, where the panelled ceiling of the banquet hall of Queen Dido is described. When Aeneas, the Trojan hero, arrived in Carthage, he was welcomed by the Queen Dido. She fell in love with him, but when he deserts her, she is heartbroken and the story ends in tragedy, as in the case of Cleopatra, that is, with suicide. At this time, footsteps are heard and the lady gets excited, wondering who could be the visitor. She brushes her hair and gets ready to meet the visitor. There is a story of Philomel displayed. Philomel or Philomela is taken from Ovid's Metamorphoses. This story involves Tiresias, king of Thrace, and his wife Procne and her sister Philomel, where Tiresias takes Philomel to a walled building and violates her repeatedly. Then he cuts her tongue off so she cannot tell of the violation, and he returns home with a sad tale of Philomela's death. Procne, however, gets to learn of her husband's dark deed when Philomela weaves on a cloth her story and sends it to her sister. Procne rescues her sister, and in revenge, she kills their son Aeetes, cooks him up, and invites Tiresias to the feast, and watches him while he eats his own son. When he comes to know, he rushes to kill the sisters, but God intervenes and he changes them into birds. Philomela is metamorphosed in nightingale, Porcine in a swallow, and Tiresias in a hawk. This story is narrated in Ovid's book entitled Metamorphoses. And the song of nightingale, which is very melodious and full of sorrow, fills the desert, but to the modern world, it does not carry any meaning. The carved figures are meaningless stories of the past, having no significance for the wastelanders. They are just hanging there, and the reader knows nothing concrete about the woman, but is given great detail of the room she is in. The scene is all set for a meeting of a potential lover. There is a man shuffling outside and the woman finishing off her hair. We'll continue with the rest of the poem in the next lecture. Thank you. Have a good day.